What up, guys? Welcome to my coffee thoughts. Today I'm walking my dog, and forgive me, I have my dog in my right hand, so this might be a little shaky video. But I was thinking about all the weird, I don't want to say weird, the different kinds of people I meet in media. And I think being in the red pill space and in media in general, you meet a lot of men that do really well with women. And I'm just going to list some of the men I know. It's not really abnormal for them to have 3 or 5 girl rotations. I know a guy that brings home 100 women a year at some points in his life. And when you're in this position, you kind of see how women just throw themselves at famous men, high-earning men, mostly famous and good-looking men, I would say. Is high-earning sometimes, depending on the status. But you start to kind of see women from these guys' point of view, because, you meet the girlfriends at times, or you see the types of women that throw themselves at them. And I think the biggest mistake women make with men that have choice, there's an airplane going, is most women think that they're special in some way. Now, I brought in an economist, Erin Clary, on the show to talk about how rare women are that don't have problems. When we went through the percentage of women that aren't fat, don't have STDs, don't have debt, don't have, all the normal problems that come with dating women. And it is a small percentage of women that don't have debt, don't have an incurable STD, don't have, they're not on SSRIs. Here's the problem. Here's why you're never going to be special to a guy that makes, or to a guy that has a lot of choice when it comes to women. There is a new round of 18 to 22-year-olds that move to the city every year. And if you're a girl and you want to see this firsthand, what you need to do is you need to go to one of those moving pages of people looking for roommates, and you'll just see all the new talent that comes every year. And a lot of those women will go on to make the bad decisions. They'll catch an incurable STD. They'll get a lot of college debt. They'll get fat. They'll end up doing and making the bad decisions where only 1 to 2% of women are marriageable. However, these guys get the women before they make the bad decisions. Every girl with $100K of student debt at one point was a woman who didn't have that student debt. Every girl with an incurable STD at one point did not have that STD. And so you're really just never going to be special to these guys. And again, I meet a lot of women that really do think they're special, even virginity. Again, every woman with a high body count started as a woman with a low body count. And some of these guys take women that are beautiful's virginities every year. So even if you are a beautiful woman that's a virgin, on paper, all the things that men say they want, you just are still not going to be special. And because women, I think we were kind of lazy. We said we didn't want to cook and clean. Now we're to the point that men don't really need cooking and cleaning like they used to. At one point in society, cooking and cleaning to a high status guy, that would be something he needs. But half of the time, women make foods that aren't as healthy as when the men make them. Men usually can cook and clean for themselves, and if they can't, men with money or making good change, they can Uber Eats. Chipotle is not really that expensive, and neither is an air fryer. So we're really to the point where these guys do not need you in any way, and you're also not going to be special in any way. And there was this girl, and bless her heart, I think she really thought that she was interested in one of these guys. And I think she thought because, she had a really low body count, or she was a virgin, she didn't have debt, tattoo, whatever, that she was somehow special to these guys. But I'm telling you, there's a new crop of 20, 22-year-olds that come out every year. And there's not really much you can bring to these guys' lives except being a likable person. That's pretty much it, is managing your emotions and being nice. That's pretty much all you got with these guys. And from their point of view, again, what benefit, these guys have, not only do they have the new round of like 20-year-olds that come to the city every year, they also have life experience. So they've seen the like young women that were, seemingly all good crash out. And they're just never going to get their hopes high or like really think a lot of a woman because they've seen women better than you make worse decisions. Now, it might be something that happens over time, but these guys have been burned by women that have stayed for 5 years, 8 years, even 10 years, and the women leave. So why would they look at a new young 20-year-old as special? And I think that's really what's messing up the dating market is women are the products, men are the buyers, and women don't know their target audience. And the price is just way too high. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like the video. And if you can, support me at theaudacitynetwork.com because I'm telling you, if I get booted from YouTube again, this might be my last go because I just cannot go through 2 years of demonetization. The effects that had on my personal life, financial life, family, I really can't do that again. So if I get kicked off, I really am probably going to have to get a normal job, which is fine. I can do that. But if you want me to not, go to theaudacitynetwork.com, like the video, and I'll see you next time.